We're now learning Polaris Technologies has filed a lawsuit against the City of Muskogee. This comes after the City Council voted this past Monday to annex the land where the company's data center is located. Fox 25's Ryan Stockett has the latest on the lawsuit.
There's two primary arguments. The first is a notice requirement that we believe that the city has failed to meet, and it's a strict requirement in statute. And then the other requirement deals with how data asset mining companies are treated compared to how data centers are treated by local municipalities.
A lawsuit from Polaris Technologies is claiming a lack of notice and unfair treatment from the City of Muskogee. This happening after Muskogee City Council voted on Monday to annex the company's data center.
The city knew for the resources that they offer right now that it would be an opportunity for them to make the 3% franchise tax by annexing them into the city limits. So they annexed it, in my opinion, for the money.
The annexation vote on Monday requires Polaris Technologies to pay a 3% franchise fee, which Daniel Chipkauskas, who's representing the company, says isn't consistent with other franchise fees being collected by Muskogee.
It's 3% of utility costs, okay? So we're looking at close to $5 million more a year in added costs that will go to the city. Well, if we're talking about like 100 grand or $200,000 in added costs, okay, maybe that's a little bit different scenario, but $5 million is a drastic increase in costs that weren't previously had.
The question the company and other residents we've spoken with have asked is why now?
When you let a company come in and operate for 2 years and then spring on an additional $5 million price tag or some type of new fee without any type of communication or, a give and take, so to speak. I don't agree with that way of doing business.
I reached out to a couple of the city councilors asking for interviews, and they both directed us to the city attorney. But when I reached out to the city's communications manager, she said the city attorney is not doing interviews and that the city won't comment on pending litigation. But I did talk to a couple of former city councilors who are willing to weigh in. Former city councilor Tracy McGee says if she was still on the council, she would have voted no to annexing the company.
I would have left it in the county and let the county take that exposure, because any litigation that the city brings in, then that falls on my back. I live in Muskogee, so I'm a taxpayer, so I'm responsible for the tax.
But former city councilor Sean Raper says he would have voted in favor of the annexation.
I think it should have been done years ago, and if anything, they're playing catch up, in my opinion. There's been a lot of development there, and I think there's going to be more.
Chipkauskas says the lawsuit was filed yesterday and the first hearing will be on August 29th. Ryan Stockett, Fox 25 News.